Kong is the order. Jia is the consciousness, that's why she's mute, because only you can hear it. Order wants to come out, because it knows that order cannot be stable in life, and when someone tries to maintain it, something inside you will want to destroy it, because a life with only order is impossible, it goes against nature of the human being. The containment created by the human being, since they want there to always be order in their lives. Apex are your ideas, your silly creation, which will try to twist reality itself, the origin of all your problems. Walter/Ren is your shadow/ego because he believes that he can eliminate chaos, for his own benefit. Bernie is the skepticism/curiosity or ethos. Godzilla is chaos. When Godzilla goes to apex, it is because he knows you are plotting something ideas, he knows that you want to twist reality in your favor, so before you do something silly with your life, chaos will present itself, like a first warning to you, to not continue with your silly and naive plan. The sphere is the core of your ideas, your creation, that's why Godzilla takes it. Godzilla is no longer a savior titan. Your environment is telling you that chaos is not necessary. It's about working together to ensure a safer world. Your ego is also telling you that it is necessary to destroy chaos. Madison is the judgment or logos. Mark is naivety. The problem can be solved by talking, but your naivety, being older, beats the judgment. Your ego/shadow trying to convince your intelligence that destroying chaos is a good idea. The brother of intelligence could be our ancestors. They tried to destroy chaos itself, but failed, as the rest of humanity is destined to fail, because chaos cannot be destroyed, it can simply be controlled, but still, he listens to the plan. Part of your tools. Make the journey to Hollow Earth. The ego knows that, to solve your problems, you need to go to the bottom of them. But he confused the source of the problem, he goes against chaos. Your ego/shadow convinces your intelligence, because it believes himself so smart, that he can destroy chaos. Ilene is your brain, which can partially control your consciousness to do all his will. The order is crumbling itself, it wants to get out of its containment. You can't lie to me. Your consciousness knows that you cannot lie to it, because it is yourself that you are deceiving. The intelligence quickly convinces your brain, because it is assumed that your intelligence is the most reliable part of your being, your brain will listen to it immediately. Your brain, seeing that the order is crumbling, plus the fact that the intelligence thinks it has a good plan, it will follow him. The consciousness is wiser, it has the feeling that you are about to do something silly. It can save ours, hers. But intelligence convinces the brain. Our home is together, you and me. The brain tells the consciousness that they can live together, with nothing else. Now he partly believes that he can get rid of order and chaos at the same time. The order needs to be sedated/chained, because they want to keep order under containment. What if Kong doesn't go willingly, what you do then? Again, the problem can be solved by talking, but something stops that conversation. Maya being the daughter of the ego/shadow, it can simply be evil, that's why she wears black. At this moment the intelligence makes a pact with evil, note the indifference of evil, she only looks for her interests, while intelligence believes that it is doing this for the good of her being. The water scene, it is as if your conscience was blinded by everything that its environment tells it, so now, she's going to talk with order. Consciousness will try to calm order, so that order can continue to exist. The brain can only observe, since as it does not understand its own consciousness, it is simply perplexed by what it is looking at. The brain wants to interfere between consciousness and order, but since it still does not understand it, it is useless. Kong is sad, and angry. That's because he doesn't understand, we want to help him. Now the brain has believed the lie so much that it thinks it knows more than consciousness and order. He doesn't believe that, he told me. Your consciousness knows how order works, so he knows you are about to do something bad with him. The brain has realized this, but lacks the courage to stop it. Order does not want to disappear. Josh is the fear. Or Fatos. The fear must exist when you go looking for answers, it is what keeps you alert in case something goes wrong. The judgment and fear go in search of skepticism. I think we can help each other. Fear, judgment, and skepticism come together. The first trinity. Important point. Fear, judgment, and skepticism are what really go to the bottom of the problem, they go to apex, to fight irresponsibility. And on the other hand, the brain, conscience, intelligence, and evil, go in search of the generator of all the problems, to fight chaos. You know, I've been trying to communicate with him, to understand. Consciousness knows how order works, the brain spent 10 years investigating it without any results. So, consciousness is part of the problem, because it didn't tell the truth. Kong didn't want you to know, he was afraid. But in part, consciousness was protecting order, because it knows that the human will try to take advantage of it. Now, everyone knows. The clear example that lies are always known, even if they take 10 years to be discovered, when they are discovered they will be 1,000 times worse. Kong saved her, she had nowhere to go, I made a promise to protect her, and I think in some way she did the same. It means, the order saved consciousness, at the same time, the brain saved consciousness, but at the same time, the consciousness takes care of the brain and the order. Do you think he will take directions from her? Meanwhile, intelligence is only interested in taking advantage of order, since he believes he knows how it works. She's the only one who communicate with, we need Kong to find that power source, the worlds need her. Intelligence again convincing the brain that it is a good idea. Godzilla destroys ships and airplanes, because they are tools that help the person to reach their foolish and naive goal. The tools could be deceptions, lies, disappointment, resentment, etc. Intelligence knows that order need to be freed, it must face chaos. The problem is that order faces chaos in its territory, in the water, so it will be impossible to defeat chaos. He knows he will lose. In the attempt to save his tools, he ends up using them to defend himself against chaos, but at the same time destroys them, so order ends up creating more chaos with his actions. Once chaos destroyed the tools, he proved that they are useless against him. The brain knows that the order needs help, so it launched depth charges. Analogy that the brain needs to tell the truth, since telling the truth is the archetypal antidote to chaos. Once the truth is told, the order manages to stabilize, but it is not enough, since, to defeat chaos, you need something more powerful than the truth. Order was defeated. Shut it down, all of it, guns, engines, we are playing dead. It means that intelligence knows that, in order to defeat chaos, they need something more powerful than order plus truth, and if they continue to fight, it will be counterproductive, because in their current state they would never be able to defeat chaos. The chaos destroyed your tools, so now he is free to go, but he will always be waiting for you to try to twist reality again. But intelligence continues to believe that it is better than the universe itself, so it comes up with another idea to continue with his silly, naive, and deceptive plan. How is Kong with heights? Chaos took the core of your idea, but it was too late, it took a form even greater than the core. A clear archetype, which dictates that, in order to solve your problems, you need to go to the unknown, even if it takes you to travel to the other side of the world. That means we are going to get some answers. The intelligence is still stubborn, with its idea of destroying chaos. But now the consciousness has changed its attitude, as if it knew it is following the right path. He can't survive here. Intelligence takes this idea to the limit, even when order itself may perish. Tell him, there could be more like him, inside. The brain tries to convince consciousness, which has a feeling that it is doing the right thing, he knows the order must go into the unknown in order for it to flourish. If you want to thrive, you need to go into the unknown, because before you reach the top, you must go to the bottom. Once you are there, you can go up and find what you want most in life. On the way you will meet small problems, but since you have already faced chaos itself, you are strong enough to be able to defeat them easily. You need to unite all the parts of your being, you should not leave anyone behind, so together you can thrive. Reciprocity, since order saved the other parts of being, now being helps order to defeat the unknown. Order eats the monster, because if you want that your problems make you stronger, you must learn from them. The representation of eating it, it's like he had learned it, the experience will always be within him, so he can use that knowledge in the future. Once you defeat the unknown, you are ready to find what you crave most. Godzilla is the creation of your ego, therefore it is irresponsibility. And the only thing that can turn it on, is if you find what you crave the most. The chaos, when detecting that you keep trying to twist reality, will come to haunt you. Important point. Mechagodzilla represents irresponsibility, which if you let it grow long enough, will turn into pure evil, which will turn hell on earth, which could end your own life. The hand on the wall represents that only you can find it and open it, because it belongs to you, and it is up to you to face everything that comes your way, in order to know what your meaning is. The axe represents that he found his meaning in life, so he is now prepared to face chaos. Ghidorah represents the ancient attempt to destroy chaos and order, but humanity did not learn from that mistake. Once you find your meaning, you can get rid of evil, resentment and cruelty. The statue falls because in order to thrive, you need to sacrifice your old self, so that a better version of you can be born, which the order has achieved and is now ready to face its greatest fear. But without forgetting the rest of your being, that helped you to find your meaning. The problem is that now the order misunderstood its meaning, believes that destroying chaos will provide its final goal, so it goes in search of it. But no matter how long they fight, neither will be able to win, since order and chaos are part of life, and they can never destroy each other. Chaos throws the meaning of order, because it knows that no matter that you have found your meaning in life, it is not strong enough to twist reality and get rid of chaos. Since order misunderstood its meaning, it remains incapable of defeating chaos. Order is still stubborn, it keeps fighting chaos, but it is actually hurting himself. It seems like round 2 goes to Kong. Intelligence also believes that the meaning of order is to destroy chaos. The meaning of order is shut down, because he misunderstood his meaning. I, and I alone, have given humanity a chance against the Titan, then, yes, I will own that title. The ego/shadow also believes that his creation is so good, it twisted reality. The eternal battle between chaos and order. But chaos is wiser, it simply put order on the ground, but he doesn't kill him, because he knows that if he destroys order, he would destroy reality itself. Now your irresponsibility awakens, when your order is gone, it will attack you, when he has more chances to win. The only one that is standing, that never disappears, is chaos. But now he must face your irresponsibility, your attempt to twist reality, turned into something worse, which could destroy your whole world, if you don't realize what your meaning in life really is about. Or, try to stop it ourselves. Fear turns into courage. Your consciousness is suffering, because he knows that you need to do something, as soon as possible, otherwise you will end up in a place that you do not want to go. Hell, or death. We have to produce a charge big enough to light up Las Vegas for a week. Now intelligence, the brain, and the consciousness need to revive the order, which requires the proper sacrifices. This is the second trinity. So you sacrifice your last tool. Order reborn like the phoenix, with the proper sacrifices, by taking responsibility for your life, and destroying your old being. Godzilla, not enemy. That is enemy. It's true. Please be careful. Your consciousness helps order to achieve his final realization. But she also knows that it will be the most difficult thing in your life. But with your meaning, with the help of chaos, with the help of your whole being, and with the help of the forces of the universe, you can defeat your irresponsibility. You must continue even if it hurt you, life is suffering. Order saves chaos, now he knows what his true meaning in life is. Your meaning, the last thing, you need it, in the most difficult situations of your life, to be able to thrive. This is where the first trinity does his job. The forces of the universe took your proper sacrifices. Chaos helps order, because chaos also found his final realization: the enemy is your irresponsibility. The final unity has been completed. The third trinity, chaos, plus order, plus meaning, equals the antidote for the suffering in life. Now they are right on the line between chaos and order. Like the line between the yin and yang. Between masculine and feminine. They are in perfect balance. All your being, in perfect balance. Conclusion. In order to find meaning in your life, you need to take responsibility, you need to go to the bottom of your problems and fix them, so you can be able to thrive, which is going to need all the parts of your being to be a unity: consciousness plus brain plus intelligence, or Geo plus Ilene plus Nathan, so now you can get rid of evil, or Maya. And there is always going to be a force, which will help you once you do the proper sacrifices: Logos plus Ethos plus Phatos, or Madison plus Bernie plus Josh. At the end, once you take responsibility, once you find your meaning, you can use it in two ways. You can use it to feed your old being, full of resentment, envy, and cruelty, to create pure evil, irresponsibility, or Mecha Godzilla. Or you can use it to create a novel being, the one which will thrive to a better world: order plus chaos plus meaning, or Kong plus Godzilla plus Axe.